right? It is like
No, it is like if you see in the center of the screen, I will
correct,
say this is data which I have populated from the various vendors.
correct,
Maybe organization name is a fault which Sahil has given me.
correct,
Devendra Kumar has given challenge title.
exactly.
Problem statement is given by Sandeep Kulin like this. In a single display, we are getting everything. Maybe if everything is fine, then the display can be there's nothing much to display. Okay, it will say everything is fine. It will list the main system and show it is green. And if they are false, from this single click, we'll come to know
Got
where is
it.
the fault. And if we click it, we can deep dive into it.
Got it, sir. We have a solution. This kind of solution we have.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
okay, we will represent to you later on.
Okay.
Sir, one more question. Uh,
Yeah.
is the data source, will it be open to the application? What will be the data source mode? We
Yes.
will,
If you are developing the data source will be open.
okay. What kind of mode it will be like? Because OEMs will be following a different standards.
I'll say if you have any in this regard, if you have any particular query, I'll request if you can give it to DIO. Will answer it.
Okay, sir.
Those particular queries. Yeah.
Any other query related to this problem statement? Just to quickly reiterate, if you have any queries, you can log into idex.gov.in, and over here in this particular section, reach us general technical and grievance, you can raise your queries. So shall we proceed to the next problem statement?
If there's no query, we can proceed to the next problem statement.
Sure, sir. So the next problem statement we have is the problem statement number 69. So over to you, please.
Just hold. As there was a query in the earlier problem of the radio, that how to secure it. So we have said that we use our external SAG graded encryptors for securing our data over various media, whether it is optical, radio, or some other media. Now this we are talking about a SAG graded encrypted solution for transferring data on internet. So this is basically secure information exchange platform for military units on public internet. The requirement is to facilitate real-time communication and collaboration between various units on public internet. The platform must ensure the security and integrity of sensitive data while allowing for seamless communication and information sharing. The proposed solution will include cloud-based architecture in microservices-based design, end-to-end encryption with multi-factor authentication, secure communication protocols with real-time monitoring and threat detection capabilities, role-based access control with granular permissions, integration with existing military communication systems and networks, and last but not the least, which is the most important, encryption algorithm should be SAG graded. This is the most important requirement. We should not say it is encrypted. The encryption algorithm, whatever we are using, the technique, it has to be SAG graded. SAG is Scientific Advisor Group, which grades the encryptors in India. It has to be ensured.
Uh,
Any queries on this?
yes, sir.
Yeah.
We have to transfer any kind of media or just
Yeah,
for
yeah. For transferring data over public internet.
okay size any size of file any
Like as of now, we are using our captive network. So if there is any requirement where the captive Airforce network is not there, or maybe Defense Forces network is there, and we have to communicate. So at those locations and at those conditions, the internet will be utilized, and this is for presenting a secure information exchange platform on the internet,
Okay, sir. And there will
and
be
it has to be accurate.
okay, and there will be broadcasting as well as one-on-one communication.
Yeah, one-on-one communication or broadcast. Yeah.
And sir, one more
Hello,
thing,
sir.
Krunal here. One more thing
Yes.
is, uh,
Yeah.
I mentioned that you mentioned media and some file to be transferred, right? But before we transfer, do we need to have a check like antivirus scan before the file to be checked or anything? Or
Yeah. Yes. That may be required.
yeah, because that's because you are moving to. So what we are planning is if user is logged into the portal with his access or he sees the access, whatever. Once he or he upload the file, before we upload to the central server, it should scan, and if it's legitimate, then only transfer allowed. Otherwise, we'll block it. Something like that,
Yes.
correct?
Definitely, because this will at least look into the situation where only one terminal is compromised, or
Yeah.
some virus has penetrated into it, and it does not spread to all of the systems.
And so one more thing is this will be accessible to anywhere from anywhere, or it will be limited to some sites. So accessible, how it will be?
The requirement, if it can be done for all the sites, we require that from anywhere, wherever the terminal is placed in the unit, it can be used. Like
But
all the, it will be provision for all the sites.
all the site, but no public. Let's take an example. I'm a general public, right? I can't access that particular environment from public environment. Correct, sir?
Maybe if it is software based solution, if that encryptor I can install in a public in that system, if it can be utilized, then okay. Maybe if I can install it in a laptop of a higher functioning laptop, he can, if it can be installed and he can use it, then it is okay.
Because just to give you an idea, what I was thinking was I'll design a backend and the software where cloudware where I'll give a complete role based access. Okay, in that you in browser you just open the portal and you can upload and transfer and communication chat and so and so. So if you say we want to limit only to all the sites and the IFS,
The
or
requirement is that you have gone somewhere. Say if you have gone somewhere, if it is a portal also, as we have told, it will be multi-factor authentication, end-to-end encryption. Maybe we have to download a particular software, but the encryption that you are using it, that I am telling the most important critical component is the it has to be segregated. Otherwise, it cannot be utilized for the military operation.
no, sir. That definitely will there. Okay, no issues. Got it, sir.
Hello, sir.
Hi, sir. This is
Yeah,
hello.
hello. Hello,
Sir,
sir.
can you
Like,
hear me?
Yeah,
Hi,
we
sir.
can.
This is Dana. Hi, sir. This is Rana Amit from Koshal Technology. We are a startup based out of IT Delhi. Just to let you know, we have already delivered some part of this solution as part of Disk 11 to Indian Army, being part of the Provost and Security unit. So my question is on the SAG graded. Any recommendation in terms of the algorithm that you could mention here? Is it AES 256 or higher or above?
Maybe if higher is the higher the better.
Any other recommendation that you have other than
No,
AES?
maybe if you can submit your query, we'll come back to you
Okay.
on this particular specific which type of encryptor to use. I will come back to you.
Okay.
hello, sir.
Good afternoon, sir. This is Chandan. So the solution, are we looking to place it in the, let's say, the standalone PCs of the units only, or are we looking at any kind of mobile laptop or a
Yeah,
which we have designated?
yes, on the unit standalone PCs also, plus on the mobile laptops also, which go along with the unit on mobility or with the senior designated officers.
So these are designated devices only, sir. These are not
Yes,
not
they are
not.
designated, maybe Air Force device. That's only Air Force devices.
These are not normal public. Not any officer or airman will have can have this application on their mobile or laptop personal. So this is officially designated devices only.
if a solution is like it can be installed on any PC and I can communicate with the appointment, that can also be reviewed.
Okay, sir. And there's a point mentioned about the integration with existing military communication systems and networks. So do we foresee integration with AFNet or AFCEL here, sir?
Yeah, yeah. We don't see any issues in this because what we are talking about the internet access. Maybe if solution is this solution is secure enough in what I say internet environment, we can use in our normal PCs also, AFNet PCs also. It can be deployed. It gives an additional layer of protection.
So for AFNet to AFNet, it is fine, sir. But is there an integration requirement between this internet-based platform to a AFNet-based platform? Is there a
As of
communication
no,
link?
as of no, no.
Right, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Hello, this is Giridhar from Brahmi Systems, Bangalore. I have a question regarding the cloud-based platform. You said you mentioned there is a cloud. It needs to be deployed on cloud platform. Is this something that is like your own cloud or public cloud? What is the requirement?
Well, I'll say if you this query, I'll request you submit to DIO. Will give the replies. But what are your queries on this about public or the private cloud? Specific queries. If you submit, we'll come back to you on this.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Hello, Ranjit here from Baby Voice. Is there
Yes,
any maximum data size size for the file to be or the data to be transferred?
it can be in GBPS and it can be continuous stream in GBPS.
Okay, it can be a continuous stream as well. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Is there any latency requirement?
We told that it is a real-time requirement.
Mhm.
In the problem statement itself, it should be real time. To facilitate real-time communication and collaboration.
I have like one more query regarding the encryption algorithm we might use. Since you mentioned like we can use like AES higher encryption bits, are we okay to use any post-quantum encryption algorithms as well?
As long as we can get it SAG certified, we are okay with it.
Also, like since like SAG graded like algorithms are not publicly disclosed, like how do we approach this?
How we approach there's a procedure of how to get a SAG algorithm SAG graded.
I see. Thank you.
Sir, one more question. When we send communication through WhatsApp, we see the receipts as well as read receipts and deliver receipt. Do we need that kind of also?
I think this is I will just read the problem statement again. Develop a secure and reliable platform for sharing sensitive information between military units and public internet, ensuring the confidentiality, integrity, and authenticity of data while protecting against cyber threats and unauthorized access. Like if you are sending it is a mail-based solution, then normal facilities or features which it provides. If I have read the mail, it shows okay, it has been read, it has been delivered. If that kind of solution is there, that is accepted.
Okay.
Any more queries related to this problem statement? Or shall we proceed? Okay, so proceeding to our next problem statement, that is problem statement number 72. And the title of the same is Indigenous Dense Wavelength Division Multiplexing, DWDM. Over to you, sir.
This is regarding for the development of the dense wavelength division multiplexing, which is popularly known as only DWDM. As we all are aware that it is an important equipment of optical transmission network or OTN. It ensures reliable service of optical communication. This is normally used as the backbone of any optical network. Present deployed DWM have only 10G bandwidth per lambda. So what we are requiring is a minimum bandwidth of 100 Gbps per lambda. So indigenous high capacity DWDM equipment providing 100 Gbps or more bandwidth per lambda, and which should support the following features, that is latest optical modular technique, latest forward error correction, support multiple rate client interface. This multiple rate client interface supporting is 1G, 10G. We can maybe overlook STM1, 14, 16. This is
So we can't hear you. Deary, please, if you could confirm, we are unable to hear Directorate of FNet. Group Captain Rahul, sir, we can't hear you. Deary, please, if you could confirm.
कुछ इशू आए वो नहीं भी करने से मिल जाएगा कोई दूसरे का पोस्ट अगर कुछ इशू आए ना बोला हाँ बात करो फोल्डर रखा है कुछ इशू आए तुरंत फोन करना है ना हो गया
Group Captain Rahul sir, please, if you could confirm if you have shared the problem statement description. We lost you in between.
I will once again describe it. We are looking for a indigenous pulse wavelength vision multiplexing equipment, which is popularly known as DWDM. As everybody is aware, it is an important optic equipment of optical transmission network, that is also known as OTN. It ensures reliable service of optical communication. The present DWDM, which is being utilized in IAF or maybe other sister services, have normally bandwidth of 10 GB per lambda, which with the present applications we find sometimes insufficient for the future requirement of Airforce. So the requirement is to design and develop an indigenous high capacity DWDM equipment to provide effective bandwidth of from 10 we are increasing it to 100 Gbps or more. This 100 Gbps is per lambda and it should support falling, latest optical modulation technique, latest FEC, that is forward error correction, support multi-rate client interface of 1G, 10G. This is basically so that it is backward compatible with the Airforce equipment at present which we are having. Systems should support multiple lambdas and redundancy should be available at all levels. It should not happen that if only one DWDM goes unserviceable and it brings down the entire network. So that there should be sufficient redundancy available so that multiple failures of DWDM in a network does not impact the communication. Any questions? This is a hardware development of DWDM.
Hi, sir. I'm Sandeep from Qualivan.
Yes, Sandeep.
Yes, sir. Sir, I have a question. Like, when you say 100 Gbps per lambda, so this is for how many channels? Like, do you have any a number in your mind? For example, 16 or 32 channels for DWDM?
Just hold for a second.
Yeah, yeah.
Participants, any other query related to this problem statement?
Hi everyone.
I will request if you can give it to DIO. We will give update on this. What is our present capability and what we require? If you can submit it
Thank you, sir.
on the number of channels.
Hi, sir. Jai Hind, sir. Hello.
Giant.
Yeah, sir. Could you please elaborate on the exact use case, sir, where the high capacity DWDM systems will be deployed? Like, for example, it is mainly.
Pawan, this is basically for the backbone of the optical network.
Okay, fine.
This provides the backbone to the optical network, connecting various stations.
Okay.
Hi sir, I am Manasvi from Space Relays. I just wanted to understand, do we want to limit the DWDM with optical C-band or are we looking for bands beyond that as well?
This I will have to, Mr. Manasri, this I have to check.
Yes.
We'll come
Okay.
back
Sure.
to you. Yeah.
Sure. Thank you.
Sir, what will be hop to hop distance in DWDM?
It can vary. It can vary from between, I will say, late around 40, 50, 60 kilometers to higher 100 figures.
Do we need
Accordingly,
to
if in between various kind of amplifier it required, it will be used, or regenerator calls required, it will be used. Ola amplifiers or Raman amplifiers, that can be used for it,
do we need to
because the
supply the
distance is not
amplifiers
fixed.
or
It is only for the DWDM. If amplifiers are required, we'll plan it accordingly.
so? What is the optical power we should provide in this case?
What is the standard optical power?
Like it is in a few milliwatts. Normally, one off goes up to 40, 50 kilometer.
With the SFPs, various SFPs of 100, 150 kilometers, 200 kilometers. There are SFPs which can pump up
Then
to
you need
400 kilometers.
right. That is called the amplifier in that case.
Yeah, to up to 400 kilometers.
No.
Otherwise, if it is more than that, we'll install various kind of Ola or equipment in between.
Sir, can I know like what is the expected scale of deployment in terms of like number of locations or network links where the DWDM system is planned to be implemented? Like
It will be in few hundreds, I can tell you.
okay. Okay, sir.
Anything? Any other query?
Sir, one final question. So, are you expecting any kind of compact systems when you compare to the existing solutions in the market?
I told you it should be compatible with the normal whatever data rate we have given
No,
as
sir,
per
but
the
it's like compact.
IEEE standard.
Yes, I mean a smaller device compared to the regular rack size devices.
If it is a rack size wide, it should fit into a regular dimension. It should not happen that it is not in the regular dimension.
Okay,
Otherwise, no such requirement is there, and it should be miniature kind of device is required.
all right.
Any other question?
No.
Thank you.
If there are no more questions, we may proceed to next problem statement. So shall we? Okay, since no more questions are here, so we are proceeding to problem statement 73rd, which is development of indigenous secure HDD with central management solution. Over to you, sir.
This I think is not given by us.
Sir, DAD officer, we will be waiting for the nodal officer to join. Meanwhile, on behalf of all the innovators and IDEX, I would like to thank Group Captain Rahul, Directorate of AFNIT, for providing insights on the DIS 14 challenges. As Sir have already mentioned, that any queries related to this, you may please reach out to us on idex.gov.in, and we'll be taking up these queries with the nodal officer, and post the consultation, we'll be reverting back to you on the same. So thank you so much, sir, for the insights.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Group Captain Kanav, sir, please, if you could confirm, we may proceed with the 73rd and 74th problem statement.
Yes, we can just check from Ops IW. I'll want to recheck Wing Commander Ravin and Basela in the meeting.
Noted, sir.
If they're there in the meeting, can they please acknowledge?
Sir, I guess they are not in the meeting. So, till the time the nodal officer is joining for the next set of problem statements, we would just quickly like to run through from our website wherein you will have to apply. So just to give you a heads up, so once you log into the website, which is idex.gov.in, at the very top end, you will see challenges and a login page. Once you click on the challenges, we have different categories here. ADITI 4 and DISC 14 are mentioned. Once you apply on DISC 14 challenges, this will be the login page wherein if you are already a user, you may use the credentials, or else you have to register. And post your registration, you can apply for the challenges. As mentioned earlier, we request that all the problem statement, all the applications which you are submitting, we request that you do not wait for the last day, because the number of challenges are lot and we'll be receiving a lot of applications. So just to avoid last minute traffic, we request that if you could submit the application in timely manner to avoid the same issues. And again, the applications will, or the proposals should have a tentative timeline and tentative budget along with the technical approach of the solution which you are providing.
Good afternoon. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
I am representing the Indigenous Secure HDD with Central Management Solution team.
Okay.
So,
May I know who's joined in from Ops IW?
Sir, Scorn Leader Vatsalya.
Okay. Got it. So, Diayo, we can move ahead with the specific problem statement of HDD.
Should I give a brief regarding the statement?
Just 1 second. Diayo,
sir.
We'll move ahead now with this.
Yes, sir. We are good to go.
Yes, please.
Okay. Scott Busela, over to you.
Sir, so this project focuses on developing an indigenous secure hard disk with centralized management for Indian Air Force. The goal is to enable safe, controlled data transfer between IAF and internet. Uh, we aim to address key risks such as unauthorized access, malware infection, and insecure data handling. And we expect the solution to combine hardware level security and with centralized monitoring and control, which ensures the IAF compliance, ensures traceability, and provides protection to the data being transferred. The ultimate aim is to create a trusted, scalable, and defense grade data transfer system. Uh, The problem statement says the current data transfer system has security gaps, the weak authentication for external users, the risk of malware injection, and the lack of integrated antivirus scanning at multiple levels. So the solution that has been asked is to have a system which has integrated authorization authentication for users outside the agencies, for user trust verification, have an inbuilt AV scan for malware protection, sanitization, uh, sanitization AV and DAP AV scan to be integrated. The indigenous solution needs to have a centralized management console. Should have the HDD should have an onboard anti-malware solution to scan the files which are being transferred on the hard disk. The encryption standards needs to be verified, which is applied for the encryption of the data. These agency, which is IEF, should have the authentication to remote wipe and lock the hard disk in case of the hard disk being lost or stolen. All the activity that is happening should be audited and logged. We should have secure options to update the firmware of the hard disk, and should have the should be compliant to data loss prevention compliance, and same the audits and logs should be maintained. That's it, sir. The secure hard disk is envisaged to be utilized for safe data transfer mechanism for IAF, and needs to have proper authorization accounting.
Thank you, sir. The platform is open for any queries related to the challenge.
Yeah, hi. This is Giridhar from Bangalore. By HDD, do you mean you need a hard disk, or like SSD is also okay? Like, I mean, do you generically mean storage, right?
Yes, I think SSD should also be fine uh, till you can incorporate all the set features into one solution.
Okay, thank you.
But by the SSD form factor is not important. It should be in the form where we can use it for data transfer across unconnected networks.
Unconnected networks, can you please elaborate a little bit?
The main idea is to have data through and fro from the air gap network and internet. So both the networks are not connected. That's all.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Sir, what are the interfaces you're looking?
Pardon?
Interfaces, physical interfaces to incorporate this SDD.
I think USB 2 or USB 2 is fine. Is that what you're asking?
Yes, sir. USB 2 or some other SDD interface. Where exactly it will be used? It will be like inserted in some PC, or it will be on the external ports?
External ports. That is why I'm saying that the feasibility should be across multiple unconnected networks, air gap
So this is something
networks.
like a
So
pen drive, sir.
like a hard disk, sir.
Okay.
Any other query related to this problem statement? Participants, do we have any other query related to this problem statement, or shall we proceed? We'll wait for another minute and then we'll begin with our last problem statement.
Requesting participants if we have any queries.
I think we are good.
I believe we do not have any more queries on this. Sir, with your request, can we move on to the next challenge?
Yes, please.
Sure, sir. Over to you, please.
May I know from Ops IW Basela, you will be going over this or another officer is there?
Sir, another officer is there, sir. I'll just check 1 second, sir.
Okay, Wing Commander Ravin, are you in the meeting?
Sir, Squadron Leader Pankaj should be taking over this project.
Okay, if he's there in the meeting, can I get an acknowledgement and he can cover it?
Am I audible?
Yes, sir,
Hello.
you're audible. Squadron leader Pankaj, sir, you're audible, sir.
Okay, so I will be going through this topic.
Sure, sir. We have already shared the screen, sir. You may please take over the session.
Okay. So hello everyone. The requirement is to have an indigenous deception solution for our on-premises network. So it should have the technical requirements are it should provide customized honeypot deployment feature to us. Then it should be able to integrate with our existing solutions like SIM, SOAR, or any other solutions like AV, EDR, like this. Then it should have AI ML based algorithms for identification of any anomaly, and further scalability should be there. Then it should also include automated incident response feature in case there is any detection. So this is the basic requirement for the solutions which we are looking for. For customized honeypot, like for example, we want to create our own decoys, pods, honeypots for host, for services, for servers, maybe for applications and files, also for identification tokens. So these kind of honeypots we want to deploy in our network. Then for the coverage, it should cover all the TTPs, various stages of any attack. For example, recurrence, identity abuse, unauthorized access, any lateral movement. It should be able to identify any misuse of files, misuse of credentials, users, any data being targeted, any persistence interaction available, like this. So this is the requirement of the solution.
Participants, the forum is open for the queries. Please feel free to ask any queries related to this problem statement.
Good afternoon, sir. It's a Kapil here.
Good afternoon, sir.
Sir, I just want to know that you want a high level interaction. Honeypot is required, which can take care of this everything. So you need this for research purpose also. So we need to uh, play back and record this session for that. Yeah, only for
What exactly
protecting your assets.
purpose? Hello.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yes,
What
sir.
exactly do you mean by research purpose?
Research purpose is you need to record and replay what the user doing on the honeypot. So you need for that, you only want to protect your servers or your assets.
No, it should be able to tell me what all the activity that the attacker has done on the endpoint or server on service where the honeypot is deployed. It should provide me the logs.
As well as you need a recording also. Okay, what time they do what time they log in, at what time they run this command, and what time they do anything.
Yes,
This
yes.
type of
Yeah, from the logs, I mean that only. Like if I've created a honeypot user, so from the starting of that user, where all he has logged in, tried to log in, then what all that user has done, all that activity I should have.
okay, it's a playback manner or only log, only
Uh,
test.
it will be good if there is any record and replay kind of thing in that. Otherwise, the minimum requirement which we are looking for is to identify the activities that were carried out by the user.
Okay, okay, thank you, sir.
Record the hacker activity, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes.
Any interaction with our decoy deployed on endpoints, servers, or services created, any interaction with them,
Understand. Actually,
or
I just a few months before I create a project on Google Cloud Console in lab section. It is possible to create Docker Kubernetes helps.
okay. So, what exactly was it? Like, will we be able to create any decoy from it? Like, if I want to create a file with a name, some sensitive name, and I want to put it in some endpoint, if somebody try to access it, so it should give me an alert.
Sir, panel product, I give you an application. When anyone hacker and suspicious activity is going on, everything will record and monitor on your applications.
But how will it identify that it is a attacker's activity? Like the solution, how will it will identify?
Sir, I actually trained Google Cloud Vertex AI model. Is the predict and confirm and generate alarm.
So so it is monitoring the behavior of the user or
Yes,
the
yes,
log.
right.
Okay,
Behavior
so
of the user.
here what we are looking for is a deception solution. So we want the attacker to come in, do something, and we want to identify it.
Okay.
Yeah, yes. So for that, for the interaction of the attacker, we want to create some decoys so that the attacker interact with them and we come to know.
Currently, I cannot say to this, but I noted the problem statement and research today. Thank you.
Sure,
Sir,
sure.
this is for real equipment, or you want to for training or simulation purposes for red team or blue team, something like that?
This is for real time use.
Okay, real time use.
Yes,
Not
yes.
used for simulation or training the red
No,
team and blue team.
not for simulation. We want to
Okay.
use it in our real time environment.
Participants, any other query related to this problem statement?
Innovators, do we have any more queries?
Can I ask for the earlier problem, hard disk?
Sir, it is possible to create, and actually we capturing payload capture. It means all the activities like admin password, SSID password, everything it puts on hacker to comes our server. I will use two methods. First IP tracking and second payload capturing. It means like a screen recorder. Everything will be recorded, and also you give you our application to monitor and play video. What is the real incident? Sir, I don't understand what I'm saying.
Yeah, I got some of it. So how will you record? How will your solution start recording? Like it will record for every interaction, or it will first identify that it is a malicious user, then it will start recording.
No, first we'll identify my AI model identify this is a suspicious activity. Okay, suspicious activity going on. Then IP tracking and payload capturing will working on.
Okay. So actually, this is not what we are looking for. We are looking for like we have services in our DC, so we want to create decoy services. So the real users are aware to which service they have to interact, but the attacker might not be aware that to whom only they have to interact. They will interact with the dummy service also, and we will come to know that like somebody is interacting with the service which they should not. Like this for surveys, for server, for an AD server, for any endpoint, for any file, or we can say for any user also. So we can create a decoy user. If somebody is using that user somewhere, so we will come to know that this user should not be used. Somebody is misusing the user.
Okay.
Like that.
Pankaj, sir, so we do have this kind of solution. So once we accept the challenge, we can showcase to you, right? The disruption technology.
Sure. We are okay with it.
Okay. Thank you.
Innovators, any other query? We'll wait for another 1 minute. Otherwise, we'll conclude this particular technical outreach session. Any innovator having any query, please feel free to ask.
Can I ask for hard disk problem? Simple question.
Sir, so the nodal officer for the challenge is not in the meeting. We request
Okay,
if you
sorry.
just write down to us and we'll get back to you.
Thank you.
Any queries on this particular challenge for indigenized cyber deception framework?
Yeah. Any recordings are available for this sessions?
Yes, sir. The recordings are available on the YouTube channel, so you can access for all the problem statements which are being discussed. The recordings are available.
And if I have to contact the challenge is any contact person, how do I contact me?
Sir, you will have to write down to us only. As of now, we'll not be able to share any contact details of the nodal officer.
No.
Do we have any more queries? Since we do not have any more queries on this, we would like to conclude today's technical session on behalf of IDEX and all the innovators, I would thank squad leader Pankaj for providing the insights on the technical for the problem statement. Also, I would like to thank Directorate of Aerospace Design for organizing the session. Thank you so much, sir. For the participants, post this discussion, we also have a general outreach wherein you can connect to us for any queries related to the application process or anything else apart from the technical aspect. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Thank you again.
Thank you, dear team. DAD is logging off. Thanks.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
Thanks for the session, sir.
Uh, do we have any queries on the general aspect of the problems? We will be happy to take it. So just for the final take, before we conclude the today's session, you may please log into the website idex.gov.in and you may please write down to us. We'll also be providing you a link in the chat box wherein you can reach down to us for the technical queries. Just hold on to a minute. Please find the link in the chat box. You may write down to us on any queries you have related to the challenges. With this, we would like to conclude today's session. Thank you so much, innovators, for joining. We'll be logging out. Thank you.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thanks for the details.